The Osage Beach Hy-Vee, Bright Printing and Promotional Advertising, the Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie, Polylift Boat Lifts, Como Connect, powered by Como Electric Cooperative Incorporated, Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles, Vera Cruz Mexican Restaurant, Pin Max Staffing, Elite Roofing, The Shed Batting Cages, and Vicky Devine with eXp Realty. Now, high school basketball on KS95.
Eldon High School, where the Mustangs will face off with the rival California Pintos. Bit of a late start. Well, that's because we had a freshman game, a JV game. We crowned an entire royal family. We even replaced the one in England. It's pretty impressive. And a member of a long-standing royal family with me tonight, Richard Grave, GT Brothers Automotive, Brew Brothers Coffee, and like 800 other businesses I always forget with me. Richard, how are you, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm excited to see how this game's going to go when you got half of Eldon standing on the court.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Like, honestly, is anybody left in the rest of Eldon or in the town of California? Because I think they're all here tonight.
We've shut everything down to crown, like you said, some really great royalty. I'm hoping we can get Nate Reynolds' crown off of him for the game, but it'd be entertaining to watch him wear it the whole time.
I got to say, this may be the most athletic pairing I've ever seen win court-warming royalty. The king, as you mentioned, Nate Reynolds, and congratulations to the queen, Sydney Halderman. I mean, seriously, if they challenge another royal family to a foot race, has anybody beaten them?
I don't think they have a chance. I think they're dominating whoever comes against them.
The crazy part is they could even try to help the other people out by saying, hey, we have to dribble a basketball while we race you, and they're still going to win 10 out of 10 times.
Absolutely. It's a pretty fantastic thing, really.
Well, it's going to be a fun matchup tonight. We are streaming online, MoSportsZone.com. If you didn't get one of the seats in this now sold-out gymnasium, that's all right. You can watch the game online. We're going to take a brief break and be back with the H&R Block of Versailles pregame show in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Divine and the Land Pro team will provide you with excellent service and more than 25 years of combined knowledge of the local real estate market. Looking to buy or sell land or farms in Miller, Morgan, or Camden County? Call Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, at 573-280-4452. Victoria Divine makes finding your next home enjoyable, utilizing the latest technology to bring buyers and sellers together. Buying a home is a big decision. Trust Victoria Divine to handle all the details for you. Divine and Associates, powered by eXp Realty, located across from Wood Supermarket in Eldon.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
And we're back at Eldon, getting ready for this matchup between the Mustangs and the Pintos. Two teams with slightly different records, but not that far off. Eldon comes in with 9 wins on the season. California walks in with 13. 13-8 is their record. But just to be clear, this Mustang record is very deceptive. Richard, I know you know a lot of the kids on this squad, a lot of the families involved with this. First off, 9 wins for the Mustangs. That's more than they've actually seen in the past few years. But I feel like this is a team that plays better than a 9-win record.
Absolutely. I mean, I really feel like they're just a few plays away from having 13, 14 wins. I mean, there's a lot of rebounds they've missed in some close games and some shots that didn't quite fall for them that I really think just swung it the other way. And I think they've got a lot of athletic ability on this team, and I'm excited to see how they go up against California.
Now, one of those, a standout athlete for this Mustang squad that, of course, is going to be a big factor in this game like he is in every game, has to be senior Hunter Hess, 6'4", and one of the best athletes this school has seen in the last 10, 15 years, no doubt. I feel like you've probably heard people talking about Hunter for what seems like 5 or 10 years now. I got to believe that they're talking about the kid when he was in middle school.
Absolutely. Actually, yeah, I remember a lot of conversation about the middle school team coming up in football, basketball, baseball. You hear some of these names and watching the seniors right now is really amazing. And Hunter he not only carries himself really well in all athletics, but you meet him off the court. He's a great guy. Super good to the younger boys underneath him and takes them under his wing. So he's a good guy to mimic for these younger players right now.
Now, you talking about that youth. Youth for Eldon has been big this year. As I look down the roster at a couple of the younger guys that have really stepped up for him, starting off with sophomore Talon Hole. He's only 5'10", but you wouldn't know that in the style he plays. He likes to get inside. He's got a great mid-range floater. Seems like he's getting a little more confidence each day. Britton Ahart, size isn't a problem. They're 6'4". He's the only one that really matches Hess's size. But Eldon likes to run this 3-2 zone where they'll put Ahart and Hess together on the bottom. Now, I know you're a big guy yourself. How much of a difference is it to actually have that length and wingspan to be able to clog things up down low?
My goodness, yeah. It's intimidating for a guy trying to drive down the baseline. You see those two guys standing out with their arms out, and you got to make some quick decisions or you're going to find yourself in a tough situation.
Now, I did get a talk with Coach before the game for our Dunn & Associates coaches interview, and Coach Caudell stressed to me the thing with these California Pintos, first off, they don't care for the 3 ball. They'll shoot about 8 or 9 a game total. They maybe make 2 of them. But he said the rarity, the weird thing about California, they rebound half of their own misses. And they don't have a lot of size just looking at them warming up over there. I mean, you got probably 6'2" and 6'3", but no giants by any stretch of the imagination. So what's the key going to be for Eldon to kind of negate that offensive firepower of California?
I think it's important just in general in basketball. You see a lot of boys missing just opportunities, good technique and boxing out. Teaching these boys to do it and do it regularly is a really hard thing. And if they can do that tonight, though, they're aggressive, they're strong, but if they don't just take the opportunity to box somebody out, put a butt on somebody, that's when you really miss some opportunities to get the ball back in your hands and try to score.
You know, I know that you actually are a youth coach now yourself. I kind of get a kick now that I'm older that when you have little kids, you teach them the fundamentals, find somebody, put your elbow, spin around, put your butt into them, box out. And at that age, it's not fun, it's not cool, you don't care. Now we're getting here, we have seniors battling it out for these key games, and those little things you learned in 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade wind up being the keys for really good teams at this point in the season.
That's absolutely true. I try to stress that to these boys, and following your shot. We were watching the JV game, love these boys. Everybody would shoot a 3 and sit back and watch it, and it just drove me crazy. And my son goes, they're not following their shot. I'm like, exactly. And that's what that's opportunities to get those rebounds back in your hands. I tell them, you're shooting 50%, which is amazing. That means half your shots are making it. Follow it in, try to get your rebound.
Was that like a proud father moment for you when you realized your own son sees that?
He sees it in other people. As long as he can see it himself, we'll see. But we got our last game tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. I might be screaming my lungs out, hey, follow your shot. We'll see how that goes. So.
Oh, I love it. I love that you're taking the time to coach with those kids. Sorry, I was just getting an update. I don't know who Tipton's playing, but they're up 39-0 right now. So that's... It could really be anybody, if we're being honest with those girls. Thanks, Ryan, for the update. I'm really looking forward to this. Now, on the flip side of things, we've talked about Eldon a little bit. For California, it's been a strange season. You look at some of the teams they've beat versus some of the teams they've lost to. I mean, they went and played Fatima to a 6-point game, but then turned around and got beat by Hallsville by like 15. They lost to Versailles in the Tipton tournament pretty handily, but then beat Versailles at home. So it almost seems like a tale of two teams, and you never know who you're going to get. Is that just something with this age range that you could have, or what causes that?
I think a lot of times it is. I mean, you got teenage boys out there, and sometimes they come ready to play, and mentally they're ready to go. Next game they might come out and just be their off day, and it's just hard to follow through after that. It's a tough thing.
So what you're saying is it's like having 5 Weeberries out there, and you hope just one of them gets a little bit of focus.
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy when you're 16, 17, 18 to see a squirrel and get distracted. So we'll see if the shiny dresses and stuff on the sidelines here and the band right up against the out-of-bounds line is going to be a distraction to these boys tonight.
Now, what year did you graduate from Eldon?
2001, sir.
Okay, 2001. Now, I only ask because one of the things that's always impressed me here in Eldon is the student section gets creative and gets a little wild. I've seen the ESPN bench a lot. I love anytime Rod Smith is in the building, I would see they had this giant stuffed fish they would pass around for Rod's big old fish. Was it like that when you were in school too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think the big fish came out about my senior year. If I remember right, first coming out. But yeah, it's been a wild, crazy group of kids for a long time. It's fun to watch, especially in these big games like this.
Well, I love it. The band's playing right now. They sound fantastic. The only thing that I question is where they set up the court for the royalty. There's got to be a different spot.
Yeah, we watched some JV boys trying to go for some balls out of bounds, and it was close to face planting into some metal patio chairs, which seems like not a great combination.
I mean, it could work out, though, if you're Eldon, because with Sydney Halderman as the queen, I mean, if you can get the ball over there, she's well within range.
Yeah, that's her sweet spot over there. Right?
Just kind of holding it here because I know we'll have the national anthem and whatnot coming up, but a big game coming up this weekend, the Chiefs in the Super Bowl battling it out with the 49ers. How you feeling about that matchup?
Is that this weekend?
Apparently it is.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm excited to see how it goes. I love that we're underdogs because I feel like that just gives us a little more oomph when we're out there on the field. And, you know, Mahomes, he likes to be the underdog, and he likes to beat somebody when he's the underdog. So I like that. I like seeing how Kelsey played in the last game. The guy couldn't miss a catch. So if we carry that on to this game, I feel pretty confident.
I actually saw someone put Mahomes' stats up, and in his career, when he is the underdog, he legitimately plays better. It's substantially. I think as an underdog, he averages it's like 340 passing yards a game and this ridiculous QBR. And I know the guy hides it pretty well. He always has the politically correct answers and all says the right things. That's why I like having Travis there, too, because Patrick will come out and say something nice, and then Travis will very bluntly say something not nice.
They compliment each other well on that aspect, yes.
Patrick's over there. You know, they're a very good team, Travis. They're a bunch of jabronis. Okay, Trav, whatever.
I can't wait to shove this ball down their throat.
Yeah, it's great. So I'm really looking forward to it. I do think the Chiefs should probably be favored. Just looking at the postseason, I'm with you. I'm glad they're not. I think we definitely have the better quarterback. I think we have the better coach, and I think we have the better defense. Honestly,
I do too. I think we can really slow down their offense. And like I said, if our offense is clicking anything like it can, I don't doubt we come away with a pretty handed victory.
And just because we got to throw this in while you're on here with me, how's life at GT Brothers been going?
It's been fantastic. I've been saying on the radio, I'm excited because we're raising lots of money for JT's Polar Bear Plunge, and I've sent you some ideas on some thongs I'm going to buy for you, some bikini briefs, whatever you want to call them, as PG as possible, but also something that's really going to get people's attention when you have to jump in that lake.
Well, we can't use what JT called them, so oh boy. I will say once again, thanks to everybody that came out for the dinner today. He raised, I don't know what the end number is. I never believe what he tells me anyways, but it was over $11,000. I know that much. That's for
amazing.
Sure.
That's so crazy. What a great community.
Absolutely. It's awesome to see all the people come together. But yeah, so definitely stop by the lot of GT Brothers Automotive. Always bringing new stuff in. Money goes to a good cause. Plus you get to see Richard's smiling face and pick on Jay and do all that good stuff. It's a blast. It really is. And is it still sunny and 70 every day?
Every day.
Wow.
Which ever been sunny and 70 everywhere recently, so that's nice.
I know, man. I'm loving it. It scares me because I'm dead set Mother Nature's going to get even. I just don't know when or how.
Could be this weekend. We'll see.
How did you take your head off and get taller?
I don't know. I took my hat off with this thing on my head. That's different.
That was really impressive, man. I'm once again, obviously, I'm stalling because nothing has been done in order here tonight, so I don't know what's going on. I'm going to assume we're about to get to the national anthem, so we'll take a break and come back with your starting lineups. It's Eldon and California, court warming night. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices.
It's not called a farm won't or a farm can't. It's the Case IH Farm All Series, and it's available now at Crown Power and Equipment. And instead of telling you that the Case IH Farm All can do baling, mowing, pulling, raking, and digging, we'll just give you the list of things it won't do. Ready? Nothing. Get your Case IH Farm All Series today at Crown Power and Equipment and find out why Can Do comes in red. Crown Power and Equipment. Passion, power, performance. Find a location near you at crown-power.com.
Every day, your Jefferson City and Osage Beach Hy-Vee pharmacies are committed to your health and wellness. If you're enrolled in Medicare Part B, Medicare Advantage plans, and most commercial plans, they'll cover up to 8 over-the-counter COVID-19 tests per month at no cost through Hy-Vee. Most plans cover these costs and no prescription is required. Stop in at your Osage Beach or Jefferson City Hy-Vee pharmacy and see the helpful pharmacy staff today.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
And we're back here at Eldon High School, getting ready for this battle between Tri-County foes, rivals, whatever you want to call them. It's what they are tonight. The California Pintos, the visitors, taking on these Eldon Mustangs. Mustangs looking to get to double-digit wins. I know that doesn't sound like much, but when you're rebuilding a program, it is huge. And, Richard, this is something that I've talked about former broadcasts. One of the hardest things in the world to do is when you're a program that hasn't won a lot of games, teaching kids how to have the winner's mentality is so difficult.
And we're back coming from a program with over the last several years for Eldon's been rough. And so anytime you can start adding to those win totals, just boosting your confidence a little bit. Like you said, we got some young kids on the team this year, and to let them just kind of see and feel what it's like to win some games is going to be huge going forward for this team.
Well, we'll meet our starters first for the California Pintos. Number 2, Aiden Bryant, a senior. Number 10, Brooks Volker. He is a junior. Number 22, Hayden Kilmer, a junior. 24, Gavin Porter, a senior. And number 43, Landon Dunham, a sophomore. You want to take care of Eldon?
You betcha. All right, starting for the Eldon Mustangs, we've got number 1, Hunter Hess, senior. Number 2, Devin Hardy, sophomore or junior. Number 3, Britton Ahart, sophomore. Number 12, Talon Hole, sophomore. And number 24, Cody Tam, sophomore.
This is a young Mustang squad, and I tell you what, Cody Tam, the last 2 times that I've seen him, has put up 16 and 18 and probably had 8 to 10 rebounds to go with it. Now, I did talk to Coach about the fact they went and played Blair Oaks on Tuesday, and they had the lead at the end of the first quarter, but Blair Oaks is Blair Oaks, and they kind of came back and caused some issues there. And he said the team just kind of lost focus. But he seemed very, very confident coming into this game. Not confident in the sense of, hey, I know my boys are going to come out here and do what they're going to do. I know my boys are going to execute, and I know my boys are going to do the little things right. And that's such a great feeling for a head coach.
Absolutely. I like you've mentioned multiple times, having a guy like Hunter out here with this young group, I'm excited to see how he leads this team and just helps them get better as they go along.
Well, Hunter's going to be the one jumping against Aiden Bryant. California's in the road. Blues going to the basket to our left. Eldon, the home whites with the gold trim, but the opening tip goes to the Pintos. Volkert on the point. Volkert, not the biggest kid on the floor by any means. Him and Devin Hardy are about comparable. Volkert thought about the 3. Another thing that Coach Caudell said is this California squad will gladly spend a minute plus on offense until they get the look they want.
I mean, I think that's important when you're a young group trying to learn how to make a good open shot. I mean, don't force it. Find your shot and make it.
Now, Eldon is in their 3-2 zone, but he said they're going to run it a little differently. They're really going to sag down and take away the middle. He said that's where California does most of their work. Corner 3 on the first possession off the near eye. Great box out and board by Ahart.
If we can do that all night, that's going to play a huge factor.
Hardy back to Ahart. He loses it, gets it back, fires it out to Hess. He lines up a 3, nearly banks it in. Board controlled by the Pintos. I like that look, though.
Absolutely. Good open look there. Great pass out to him.
Volkert thought about a 3, but decided against it. Picks up his dribble, needs a little help, and that comes in the form of Hayden Kilmer. So, again, you can see California is not going to force anything if it's not there. They run a 2-post set where they're flashing high post, actually getting the ball inside. Extra pass, weak side. Shot blocked. But offensive board controlled by the Pintos. Get their own miss, put up, and foul. Doing the dirty work inside is Gavin Porter. Porter just plays strong down there.
Like you said, they lack a little bit of height, but when you're playing strong like that, playing big, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Gavin was on the football team.
Absolutely.
First free throw for Porter is long. This is the Chuck Yo, the Land Pro first quarter. 6:39 to go. No one scored. Porter with a second free throw, trying to put the first points of the game on the board. And it won't go. All right, slate's clean. No one scored. Hess giving some commands to the rest of his team. Straight man defense from the Pintos. Hess working against Bryant. Gets to the high post, picks it up, needs help. Hardy meets the pass. Now Bryant on Hardy. These are two athletes if there ever were any. But it's tipped loose and a steal. California wants to run. Layup rattles home. Put in by Kilmer. First points of the game go to the Pintos.
Devin tried to make up a lot of ground there. He caught up to him, just couldn't quite get the defense on him.
Hess long strides, hangs in the air, takes the contact, no whistle. Pintos get the board. I like the take by Hess, just couldn't finish. Ooh, and quickly back the other way is Hayden Kilmer. Talon Hull was there to meet him, and Hull initially good defense, but when you bring that hand down, they're going to whistle that every time.
Yep.
So it kind of seems like California wants to get out and run. First free throw up and good for Kilmer. 3-0, the Cali lead. Yeah, I would feel a little nervous being those women of the Royal Court sitting up there. That is very, very close.
There's been a few years where I've seen a ball fly in there pretty quickly.
Second free throw good as well, so 4-0 is the Cali lead. And Eldon really spreading out this man defense, setting some screens off ball. Ahart comes up and screens for Hess. Hess gets inside, hangs in the air. Shot won't go. He gets his own miss, but it's taken away by Bryant. Volkert has it and wants to run for the Pintos. It's knocked loose, and how on earth that is not Eldon ball is nothing shy of a mystery to me. I have somehow broken something. Oh,
as long as you're not blaming me, I'm good.
Yeah, rebroke it. Cool. And a timeout as Coach Caudell, I don't blame him. He is reasonably heated because there is no way that this ball should not be Eldon's. It literally went off a California player, through another California player's legs, and somehow the Pintos have possession.
Wasn't a white jersey anywhere near it. It was crazy.
Do you think they would take it if we offered them video replay? Like, that's...
Let's bring them up here to the booth.
A reminder, you can watch this game right now at MoSportsZone.com. Of course, streaming at LakeRadio.com. I guess I never did a legal ID. I don't even know if we were on air by then, but you're listening to tonight's broadcast. KTKS for Sales Eldon, Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM, also online at LakeRadio.com. Colton Saylor, Richard Gray with me. Got Justin back in the studio and Britt on the camera. So California somehow maintains possession with the 4-0 lead. 3 from the top of the key, up and good. So that call kind of hurts twice as bad now for Eldon as they find themselves down 7-0 early.
I think it's important for Eldon right now not to force anything. Just go through your offense, find a good shot, and put some points on the board.
Ahart kind of slipped the screen. Reynolds is checked in. Great feed to the cutting Ahart. His shot won't go. He keeps it alive, and he's fouled on the floor. Boy, that was a great pass by Nate.
Absolutely.
Any kid that wears glasses with the little band thing on the back, you know he's going to be good at basketball.
That's right.
Reynolds gets the inbounds, fires it to Hardy. They're trying to catch Hess coming up, but Cali wasn't having it, but it's stripped loose by Hardy on the other end.
He didn't give up on the play.
And then a blocking foul going to be called by Volkert. He got in the way of Hunter Hess, which is a bold move in its own right. That's a big boy to draw a charge from, especially when Volkert's no more than 5'8" on a good day. Britt, don't laugh. You're 5'5" on a good day.
What finger did she just show you? I didn't see what happened.
The same one I showed JT earlier. Oh, Hull on the point. Nearly halfway through the Chuck Yo, the Lamprey first quarter. Eldon still looking for their first basket. Hull finds Reynolds, Tom to the screen. Fires it to Tam. He dials up a corner. 3 wouldn't go. Ahart tries to keep it alive. Good hustle to the floor. That went off Volkert. That's got to be Eldon ball. And it is.
They didn't call it Eldon ball. I think Coach may have lost it there.
A good shot of that. So great hustle by Ahart to keep that play alive. They run the lob. Oh, just a little too hot. Eldon's one of the only teams I know that lob as much as they do. It's usually for Hunter Hess on the backside, but instead they went for Cody Tam, and he's got hops. He can get up.
Just out of his reach.
Many have described him with his vertical as a young Richard Gray.
I feel like that's an accurate statement. About my head of hair, too, if you look at him.
Oh. bet you could get up back in the day. I'm sure you jammed more than once.
No, I did not. I have about an 8-inch vertical. It's fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, I can get rim real good, though.
Corner 3 from the Pintos won't go. Devin Hardy the board. Eldon wants to run. Hardy decides to slow it down. Finally brings in the forecourt. Front court words, I don't know. Gives it to Hull. He hits the crossover, attacks, left side, hangs
Good
in
take.
the air off the glass. Talon Hull.
What a great take there.
5-10, but nobody's told him, and it's a steal by Hardy. Little momentum now for the Mustangs. Hardy skips it to Reynolds. Corner 3 off the front iron, wouldn't go. The roof was about to come off this place. Look at that student section. There's like 65 kids over there all standing up just getting into it. And Volker just has to heave it up as he was losing his balance. And it's another board for the Mustangs. Hardy ahead of the pack. Stop short corner, fires it out to Hess, to Reynolds, back to Hess. Hunter tries to go inside, has it tipped back, and Hunter dropped his shoulder just a little bit, and they're going to get him for it. I like that Hunter's being aggressive.
Absolutely, yeah. You can't ever get mad at a kid for being aggressive. Yeah, like you said, but that shoulder drops, and it's pretty well called every time.
You know, as much as I'm bragging on the Eldon student section, got to give California props. They brought a nice little student section right here in front of us as well.
They traveled well.
They even have a dude in a cowboy hat.
Our guys our student section looks like a bunch of construction workers. They got a bunch of reflective.
Oh, that's the MoDOT crew over there, man.
Yeah.
Brian's shot won't go, and it was trying to keep it alive was Britton Ahart. Well, he was already out of bounds, so California will maintain possession 7-2. The Pinto lead, 3:11 to go in the Chuck Hill, the Land Pro first quarter. Volker thought about a three, doesn't want it. Moves it to Kilmer, Nealer turnover. It is a turnover. Really, the Mustang defense has been good early.
Yeah, I mean it's just missing a few shots there on offense. They're going to get it together though. You can see them kind of clicking here the last couple of possessions.
So Eldon with the ball, 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. I mean, like I said, it's been a bit of a choppy start, but you're not hurt by it. 5 points is nothing. Hess comes back, gets the ball, gives it to Hardy. Running some motion away from the ball. Reynolds steps out, quick trigger three, top of the key. It was just short. Nate able to strip it from Kilmer. Seriously, the kid is always running. Corner 3 on the other end from Volkert is long. Reynolds the rebound. I need him to hit a 3 so that I can say something about King Nate. Instead, floater off the glass balls.
Nice.
A royal floater from Reynolds. And Volker back the other way. All right, give Talon Hull his credit. He's got 2 fouls, and he has got every bit of both of those fouls.
Absolutely. He's making sure they're not going to get easy bucket, that's for sure.
That might be the first time I've ever seen Nate Reynolds shoot a floater. I don't know that he planned on doing it.
Well, when you're king, you can do those sorts of things.
That's true. That is true. Volkert's free throw is long. My theory is that he learned it from the Queen, because I know Halderman's got a floater in her bag.
Absolutely.
Second free throw from Volkert, long as well. So California has not been good from the line. Hunter Hess gets the board and is immediately double teamed. It's a steal, and Bryant will get the easy lay-in.
Hate to see those 2 missed free throws and not capitalize there for the Mustangs.
What a take all the way to the basket. Just wouldn't go. Tam keeps it alive, up and in.
Great put back by Tam there.
9-6, just a 3-point lead. 2 minutes to go in the Chuck Hill, the Land Pro first quarter. Callie gets inside, kicks it out to the corner. Porter thought about the 3, underhand pass to Bryant, hesitation, and he is fouled. I would say they're going to get Tam for it. I just realized I think I'm going to have to be... Never mind. I'm confusing my players. That's Cushion has checked in for California. So Cushion and Porter out there now. Bryant's free throw long as well. Seriously, free throw shooting is not the Pinto strong point. I don't think they've made a free throw yet. I believe they're 0 of 5 from the line. Deer King will check in for the Mustangs. Bryant's second free throw up and good. So Callie 1 of 6 right now. 10-6 the Pinto lead. 1:45 to go in the first. Hardy gives it to Ahart. Extra pass to Hess. Long strides all the way to the rim, and he is fouled. I think Hunter's starting to get a little mad. They've been really picking on him, and I think he's a little frustrated down there.
You can see it kind of coming out of him, that's for sure. And when he gets in that headspace, he is hard to stop.
This is going to sound weird, but I want to see Hunter get mad enough that he decides it's time to be a bully.
There you go. I agree completely.
The kid is 6'4". He played quarterback for 4 straight years in the Tri-County. You're not going to hurt him hitting him. He was a running quarterback for that matter, too. I mean, tough as nails and so athletic as he knocks down both free throws to draw the Mustangs to within 2.
And he can jump out of the gym on top of it. So
he's
got all of it going for him.
Porter thought about the shot, gives it to Kilmer. California in the corner. Good movement by this Mustang defense. Inside out, game 3 lined up and knocked down. Big shot. Caden Kilmer lead back at 5.
For a team you said doesn't shoot many threes, they're looking pretty decent tonight from the 3-point line. Better than they are from the free throw lines. So
Eldon has this way of making teams that aren't shooters good shooters. I don't understand it. Hess drives, gives it to Dierking, out to Hardy. Head and shoulder fake, down to a minute to go in the quarter, and a 5-point Pinto lead. Hardy gets inside, has it stripped though. Porter has it, wants to run. Eldon does a good job getting back on defense. Porter pulls up short corner jumper. It's up and good. Did not expect that quick shot. Hess trying to answer, goes through everyone, takes the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Yeah, if they're not back in set, Hunter can go to the basket anytime he wants.
Absolutely. He's not going to slow down and let them get set up if he can help it.
I said something to Coach Caudell before the game about, Hunter seemed a little more confidence. And, I'd like to see him shooting more shots. I think he's always worried about shooting too many, and he kind of laughed. I don't think Hunter can shoot too many shots. First free throw is good. I'm looking at that sparkly pink dress over there. That looks really familiar. Do you have one like that? Or
I wear it every Sunday.
I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Yeah. Well, you got the legs for it.
Right. It's hard to find heels that fit the 13 shoe, though.
I understand. I also have the same problem. Corner 3 up and off the front iron. Won't go. Dierking the board. It's on the floor. Picked up by California. Still on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? A foul going to be called on California. I'm almost a little surprised at that.
I am too, yeah. Tell you what, California's hands are quick. Eldon gets the ball, and they've got it anywhere near a guy in blue. They're smacking at it. They are quick-handed for sure.
I thought they called a foul, but I think it was a jump, actually. That makes way more sense. I think just trying to keep somebody from getting hurt. So with 10 seconds to go, Eldon down by 6 can get the last shot of the quarter. Hess with it. Use the screen. Deep 3 from Hunter. Wouldn't go. And a 3-quarter court heave will not fall either for the Pintos. So that's all right. Eldon at least really got the last true look at it. Only down 6 after a slow offensive first quarter. 15-9, the Pinto lead. We played 1. We'll be back with more. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Since 1844, Kidwell Garber Funeral Home has been a part of Versailles. They've seen the community grow. They've seen the community change. But one thing remains the same. Nothing's more important than our schools. Kidwell Garber would like to take this time to salute everyone involved in keeping Versailles schools a source of pride for the community, and to the students who always strive to do their best, whether in sports or academically. You are the future. From Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie.
Shifting gears into the Gladstone Co-Boat Trailers sales second quarter of play. 15-9 is the California lead. Eldon did not play bad at all in the first quarter, especially defensively. A lot of the Pinto points came from turnovers as they were able to force a couple quick steals on some pressure. And Eldon, to put it bluntly, could not buy a bucket there for a stretch of time. They did not score until almost halfway through the first quarter of play. We'll see how the second quarter... I just now saw that text. I can fix that. I should have been paying closer attention. I'm going to make some slight adjustments as we start this. I apologize if you were watching the stream and noticed that it was choppy. Let me try one thing here. And that should fix it. Okay. Eldon with the first possession of this second quarter. Once again, trailing by 6 in the game for the Mustangs right now. Hess, Ahart, Reynolds, Hardy, and Hull. California, straight man on the inbounds. Ahart finds the weak spot, gets the inbounds, and is fouled. Good movement on the inbounds to set up a chance for 2 free throws, Britton Ahart. A great find by Hunter Hess. Let's get a full house here this evening. I think all of California and most of Eldon here. Ahart's first free throw, up and good. Special thanks to Richard Gray for joining me for pregame and first quarter. Always great to have Richard around. You can stop by and see Richard and the crew, GT Brothers Automotive. Richard jumped in with JT last year, and they're taking money, or $100 from every car sold. That will be going towards Portland Lynch. Second free throw won't go, so the lead stays at 5 for California. Quickly the other way are the Pintos. Volkert on the point. Eldon staying in that 3-2. They've been really taking away the middle of the lane. Trimble has it. Over to Volkert. Back to Trimble. Being harassed by Reynolds. Tries to go high post, but it's not there. To Volkert. Back to Trimble. He'll step into a 3. It rattles. Won't go. Hess the board. Coach told me that rebounding was key. Eldon has done a very good job on the boards. Hess brings it up. Straight man defense. They are wanting to post low as Ahart has a mismatch on Volkert. Hull gets inside, skips it out to Hardy. He dials up a corner. 3 up and good. Devin Hardy from the corner cuts the lead to 2. Trimble back the other way, gives it to Volkert. Eldon with a little momentum here. Crowd starting to get a little life back to him. Trimble drives baseline, spin move, hesitates, puts it off the glass. Every Eldon run has been answered by a California bucket. Lead back at 5, 17-13. Reynolds, the right corner. To Hull. Over to Hardy. And miscommunication winds up in the hands of Volkert. Head of steam to the basket, lays it up and in. Lead now at 7. 6:25 to go in the Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales second quarter. Lob down low. They were trying to post up Ahart, but California was baiting, and it's a steal in the hands of Will Edwards. Back the other way quickly. The Pintos, a lay-in up and good. I believe that was knocked down by Cushion. Eldon wants the timeout. They find themselves trailing 21-13. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
I'm here in studio with racing legend, time traveler, and spokesperson for Como Connect, Chip Thunder, who has just recorded a new song. Chip, can you tell us about this new single?
Absolutely, Radio Man. This song is sure to rocket up the charts because I infused it with Como Connect's ultra-fast internet.
How'd you do that?
With science. Quit wasting time and play the song. You're welcome, Music World.
That was fast.
You can get speeds that fast, too, by going to ComoConnect.com and signing up today.
6:09 to play here in this second quarter. The Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales second quarter. Reminder, I'm streaming at MoSportsZone.com if you'd like to watch and you're not here right now. Eldon finds themselves on the wrong end of a 6-0 run, I believe. California has just been able to get some steals and get to the bucket at will. So we'll see how Eldon is able to respond. I was trying to get some updates on a couple other teams we cover as well. Oh, okay. All right, sorry, I had to get that update. Oh, Eldon with the ball, 21-13, 6:09 to play. See what the Mustangs can dial up offensively to cut into this lead. Reynolds looks to attack, goes back to Hess. The flashing Ahart high post, nothing there for him, so the ball back to Reynolds. Tries to drive baseline, taken away, splits 2 defenders, skip pass stolen by Bryant. Bryant passes ahead. Trimble in the corner. Hardy near steal. Trimble keeps it alive, finds Volkert. He gets inside. Extra pass nicely inside. Shot won't go. Bryant the offensive board. Puts it up. It won't go. Porter gets the offensive board. His put back up and good. Not one but 2 offensive rebounds for the Pintos, and the lead now stands at 10. Pintos are working hard on the glass, no doubt about it. Eldon handled it well in the first quarter. The second quarter has been a little bit more of a struggle. Tam steps into a 3 off the back iron, won't go. Soaring for the board is Trimble. I'm starting to think all California does in practice is rebound because they are very good at it. Volkert pulls the ball back out. Trimble now has it on the right side. Hardy out to meet him. This is still a 3-2 zone played by the Mustangs. Porter back to Trimble. Gets the ball inside. Porter up under move. It's blocked. Great play by Great play by Britton Ahart to swat the shot. Mustangs back on offense. Eldon has survived a couple big blows from California, but they've got to get the offense going to cut into this Pinto lead. Hardy gives it to Hess. Pintos have now snuck into a 2-3 zone. Gamble on the steal. That lets Hess get inside, but they were waiting for the extra pass. California, another steal looking to run. Bryant to Porter. And a timeout by California. Coach Conway did not like something that he saw. So he wants to talk it over with his squad. Just a 30. We'll hold it here. I don't know. I think there was an open man for the Pintos that got missed or something, and Coach Conway was pretty heated about it. But nonetheless, Eldon is going to have to put together something offensively. I mean, it has been incredibly stagnant this quarter. They're trying to get the ball inside, and it's almost like California is allowing you to get the first look inside and jumping the passing lane for the second, like lulling you into a sense of comfort and then jumping that next pass. So we'll see how Eldon's able to adapt with 4:12 still to go here in this second quarter play. A reminder, tomorrow we'll be with the Versailles Tigers as they take on the Buffalo Bison. Yes, those are two different animals, I promise. So getting ready to get underway again, California with the ball. 4:12 to play, 23-13, the Pinto lead. Porter, the mid-range, goes to Trimble. He attacks, pulls it back out. Reynolds took it away nicely. High post to the outside. Volkert had the look, and it's a steal. Winds up with Talon Hole. Quick hands by the sophomore. Hess races into the front court. Hesitation all the way to the rim and scores. Hunter Hess with a big bucket. Lead at 8. Just under 4 minutes to play. Trimble to Volkert. Out to Porter. Back to Volkert. This is a patient California offense. They will just gladly work their way around this Eldon zone. Volkert steps into the free throw line. Out to Porter. Good hands by Reynolds. He tips it loose. And what effort as he dives into the feet of his coach trying to go after the loose ball. And coach gives him a pat on the back and says, man, not a lot of Kings will dive for a loose ball like that. But Reynolds gets after it. So California maintains possession. Volkert goes out to the right. A strong screen by Porter. Hardy recovers from it, though. California resets. Porter in the corner up to Trimble at the top of the key. Back to Porter. He'll try a 3, and it draws nothing but air. Hardy the board. Gives it to Hess. 3 minutes to go. Eldon down by 8. Ahart gets off balance, has to throw it back to Hess. California overplaying a bit on defense. Hardy tries to drive, makes some space, flips it back out to Hunter. It's a straight man. Hunter loses the ball. Hole dives on it. And what's going to be the call? Jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Pintos. Eldon just struggling to get anything comfortably right now. Bryant on the point, goes to Volkert. Goes high post to Porter. Strong take inside. And that was a pretty clean block by Ahart, unless they're going to get Hull. What is the call? They will get Hull. That will be Talon's third foul with 2:30 to go here in the second. So I'm afraid the Talon may have to go to the bench before the half. We'll see what Coach Caudell chooses to do. Is the first free throw up and good for Porter to extend the lead to 9. And that will be the case. However, Cody Tam checks back into the game. Cody has played very, very well, especially the last couple of weeks. 16-point game in there, an 18-point game in there, and he's rebounded very well. Porter's second free throw is long, but an offensive board by Bryant. His putback will go, and Tam takes it away. Strong rebound from Tam. Eldon back the other way. Hess has it. Goes to the corner to Hardy. Quick fake. Fires inside. Strong move all the way to the rim. Wouldn't go. Tam, the follow putback is good. Cody Tam cleans it up. Lead at 7. You love the energy that Tam brings the second he checks the game. So this 3-2 a little different right now for Eldon. Is on the top of it. They have Hess in the middle with Reynolds on the right, Hardy on the left. A 3 from Bryant, though, up and good. No, just a 2. He stepped into it, so they'll lead back at 9. Usually Hess on the bottom of that zone, but instead they're having him run the point so that he can sack down a little bit. Hess long strides all the way to the basket, takes the contact, puts the shot up, won't go, but he is fouled. That foul going to go on Porter, just his first, team second. With just 1:42 to go in the half, really not a lot of foul trouble for each team other than Talon Hole for Eldon does have 3. Hess's first free throw up and good. Hunter up to 6 in the game. Pretty balanced scoring for Eldon. Hunter's got 6. He got 3 more from Hardy. 2 from Reynolds. 2 for Tam. Second free throw for Hess, up and good as well. 26-19, Cali by 7. Aiden Bryant steps into a mid-range jumper, won't go. The long board, though, pulled in by Volkert. He skips it to the opposite side, and the pass just too hot to handle. That was kind of fun, watching the student section catch that ball, and they're having a good time over there. Even the refs are grinning at them. I love that. I feel like there are two kinds of officials in situations like this. You got our boy Justin back at the studio, who I know has fun with these situations, and as long as you're nice to the refs, I'm sure they generally do, and they were kind of smiling about it. But it's a steal by Cali. They want to run. It's restolen by King Reynolds. I like saying that. Nate, of course, the court-warming king here tonight. He's got the ball, gets it to Hess. 1:10 to go in a 7-point California lead. And Eldon cut into the lead before the half. Reynolds fires to the corner to Tam. Back to Nate. Nate over to Hardy. Hardy skips it to Reynolds. Reynolds got space. Dials up a 3. Won't go. Rebound. Hauled in by Ahart. Puts it up. Counted and a foul. Britton Ahart playing big down low. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. Just a sophomore, 6'4", and playing like a grown man. Lead at 5 with 50 seconds to go. Eldon could cut it to 4. As slow as their offense started, if you can get this down to a 4-point game before the half, it could be huge. Ahart's free throw rattles and won't go. Porter the board. So the lead stands at 5. 45 seconds to go. California with the ball. They could very well use all of this clock on this one possession the way they play offense. Volker, couple pass fakes, fires to the corner. Kilmer's got to look for 3. It's long. Hess skies above everybody to get the board. Eldon wants to run. Hess shifts gears. His floater is short. He tips it to keep it alive, but it's hauled in by Porter. Cali with it, 25 seconds to go. Porter leading the fast break. And a good job. Devin Hardy got back, set his feet. Your choice was get the charge or get the travel. Cali chose the travel. Turnover back to the Mustangs. Coach is talking things over on the Eldon bench, and I have a feeling Coach Caudell, I see the sign. He's telling his boys, 1 shot. We're down 5. We could make it 3 or 2 here, but 1 shot. Do not give Cali another look at this. We'll see if Eldon can execute. 20 seconds to go. Hess will bring it up. Goes to Reynolds on the left side. Center of the floor, Hess on the right. 10 seconds to play. Back to Nate. Skips it to Hardy. 6 seconds to play. Nate, top of the key, lines up a 3 and knocks it down. Big shot. Nate Reynolds just before the buzzer. Don't look now, but we got a 2-point game. This crowd has come back to life. Ivy halftime show coming up in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Holly Lift Boat Lifts. You've got your home at the lake and you found the perfect boat. Now, to just make sure the boat bottom stays clean and up out of the water. Polylift Boat Lifts. We've been the lake's choice for reliable boat lifts for over 40 years, and we offer a lifetime warranty on our tanks. We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
Deposit checks anytime, anywhere. Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. With mobile deposit, you can enjoy the convenience and ease of depositing your check simply by taking a picture of the check while using your mobile phone or tablet. It's fast and secure, and it saves you a trip to the bank. Sign up today and see how we can make your life easier. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
Veracruz Mexican Restaurant wants to invite you to join them for a casual lunch or family dinner out for authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles and Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover. Or you can check out their new location on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletics.
Lakefront homes, luxury homes, condos, first-time home buyers, farms, foreclosures, townhomes, villas, lakefront commercial. First Choice Realty is Eldon's oldest and most trusted real estate brokerage. Christopher Weeberry is a lifelong resident of the Lake area and real estate salesperson. Call Chris Weeberry with First Choice Realty today if you're thinking about selling or looking to purchase a new home. 573-480-2313. That's 573-480-2313.
And welcome to the Hy-Vee halftime show. 2-point game at the half. You can call him Nate. You can call him King Nate, your Royal Highness. Call him whatever you want. But you got to call him clutch. Nate Reynolds buried a deep, deep three just before the buzzer to draw the Mustangs back within two. This Eldon squad struggled to buy a bucket for the whole first quarter. I mean, it was 4 minutes into the game before they got their first shot to go. And then they respond by playing very well the rest of the first quarter. They were a little sluggish in the start of the second, but then got a nice run late. Now they find themselves just down two. So I love the attacking of Hunter Hess getting to the basket. He's got 7 here in the first half. Devin Hardy gave them another 3. Nate 5 off the deep made 3. Cody Tam 4 points, but one of them a very big follow bucket. He has been instant offense for them in this game. He came right back off the bench as Talon Hole found himself in a little bit of foul trouble. 3 fouls in that first half. I mean, this Mustang squad is playing well. If the offense can get any rhythm to it, they could be a problem for this California team. And this is a solid California team, a 13-win California team who defeated Versailles at home earlier this year. This is a California team that has actually squared off with some pretty solid squads throughout the year. I was trying to pull it up here. Let's see here. California defeated Eldon earlier this year in the Tipton tournament, mind you, when they faced off, but it was 70-61. Well, this game not looking like a 70-61 output here tonight. They lost to Versailles in the Tipton tournament by about 16. They went on to defeat Camdenton by 2 in the third place game. They defeated Iberia, a good Iberia squad, a 16-6 Iberia squad. They beat them by 16. Then turned around and lost to a very good Herman squad, 17-5. They lost to them by about 15. They defeated Warsaw. They defeated Centralia by 2. They lost to Southern Boone, but they lost to them in double overtime. Southern Boone is 16-4 on the year. They beat Versailles at home. They then lost to Fatima only by 7. That's 19-4 Fatima. They only lost to them by 7, and then lost to Hallsville by about 18, which really kind of surprises me. But Hallsville also a very good team worth noting. They defeated Warrensburg, lost to Cap City, but then defeated Moberly. They defeated Lynn and Owensville. I mean, they have defeated some good squads this year. They defeated Fulton by a very similar margin to what Versailles did, or what Eldon did, excuse me, and then lost to Eugene and Booneville. So this is a good California squad, and Eldon is giving them everything that they want and then some right now. But we're at the Hy-Vee halftime show. Once again, congratulations to royalty tonight, Nate Reynolds, homecoming king, and Sydney Halderman, the court-warming queen. I keep saying homecoming, but court-warming king and queen tonight. Well, we got a little time. This year's been a little different as there have been some rules changes. Of course, the free throw change, so forth. So Justin, who board ops for us, is also an official, a very good one at that. So Justin, I got to ask you, man, this year I know has been different for a lot of referees having to make adjustments as rules change. What are your thoughts on the free throw change this year being by quarter instead of by half?
So as a whole, the National Federation wanted to do that to kind of speed up the game. And I will say, Can you hear me?
Justin, are you with me, man?
Yep. Can you hear me? I don't know if Colton can hear me, but I know everyone else on the air can.
Okay. Well, that is slightly concerning and did not work quite like I thought.
You think that it would speed up the game, and it has. So I will say, when the National Federation thought about this, they thought long and hard about switching it to the quarters, and as an official, you get directed to learn the new rules and apply those rules appropriately. And it has sped up the game. And a lot of coaches use that as a technique and a tool to teach. We as officials go into the games calling what we see. So we like the new rule. I think as a whole, it took a little bit to get used to it, as any new rule change can. But I believe that in the going forward, that this is going to just become the commonplace rule, and it will help speed up the game in the future, and coaching will adjust to it just like they have with any new rule change.
No, that makes a lot of sense to me. Now, from what you've seen, do you think that coaches are able to strategize a little differently or conduct a game differently because of this new rule?
I believe so. I think that if they go into it and really learn about what's going to affect the other team, whether that's pressing them, whether that's, boxing out or changing up how they defend, I believe that the facts of calling fouls or not fouls is not going to change, but the strategy of maybe going to an intentional foul earlier. I did say I had a game earlier this year that a team was down 25 points at halftime. They came out in the third quarter and just started fouling, got into the bonus right away, I would say within a minute and a half, and it worked for them. By the end of the third quarter, they were down 9, and by the halfway through the fourth quarter, it was a 2-point game. They ended up losing that game, but because the team didn't make the free throws, the coach was just, hey, foul, foul, foul. As an official, we call them, we see them. It made for a long game, but it ended up not working, but it worked to their advantage. They ended up losing the game, but they still did what they accomplished to do.
Huh. That's interesting. I mean, it makes sense that you can use a lot of different ploys and a lot of different ways to do it. Now, I got to ask, because you do multiple sports, what do you believe is the hardest sport to officiate that you yourself have officiated?
So I without a doubt say basketball. It is a fast-paced game. So I officiate volleyball, basketball, and softball. I did do baseball, but I no longer do baseball. And without a doubt, basketball, because there's so many bang-bang plays. At volleyball, you don't have too many of those. Softball, you might get, okay, bang-bang at first or home plate, but it might be a 1 or 2 in a whole 7-inning game. Whereas basketball, it could happen every single play. So you have to be on your toes. You have to be in the right position. And that's why Misha and everyone focuses on your positioning and where you need to position yourself to be able to make those calls. And no one is perfect. No official is perfect. But we pride ourselves in being in the right position to be able to make the calls where coaches and the fans might see it differently, but we call what we see on the court or on the field. No matter where we see it, we call what we see. We're not there we're there as an impartial team. So I like to say there are 3 teams on the court or the field. There's, the home team, the away team, and then the officials team. And we're out there to make sure that the game is played appropriately and played by the rules. We're not there to cheer on any team or hope any team wins or loses. We're there to make sure that that game is played safely and correctly.
Well, I will say I greatly appreciate what you guys do, because you definitely have the most thankless job in the gym. Everybody, I'm sure it's difficult. Everybody likes to blame the officials any chance they get, because it's easier than saying, hey, we lost or we did this wrong. So I appreciate what you all do. I know it's probably not always easy. And we've got just a second before we hop back to the game. If you had one little piece of advice, somebody was thinking about being an official, what piece of advice would you give to a new official?
Practice. I will say, be patient with yourself. I've played all 3 sports that I officiate, but it's different than playing. It helps knowing the rules, but be patient with yourself. Find a mentor in that sport that you're looking for, and learn as much as you can, and don't worry about, making mistakes, because we're all going to make mistakes, but learn from them and just be knowledgeable at the rules. If you have a good rule set knowledge, that's going to be tremendous help when you're trying to officiate the game.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Justin. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're back with second half play as we get the third quarter underway. The polylift, boatlift, third quarter. Eldon with the first possession, trailing by 2. Hess has it in the corner. He drives baseline all the way to the rim, up and good. We're all tied up at 26 apiece. Eldon has fought back. They were down by as much as 10 in the second quarter. But here on court warming night with a big crowd in attendance, they have tied things up. Callie working the ball around the outside. Volkert over to Bryant. He gives a shot fake and takes out one of the posters on the wall. Turnover back to the Mustangs. This Eldon defense came to play tonight. So Eldon, after trailing by double digits with 7 minutes to play here in this third quarter, they got a chance to take the lead. Hess gets it, a double team waiting for him. He dribbles back to create some space, needs some help. He skips it, weak side to Reynolds. Reynolds attacks. Extra pass to Hardy. Over to Hess. Inside. Strong move, Ahart. He is grabbed on his way up. They're going to call it on the floor, though, but still good ball movement as Eldon was able to spread out this Pinto defense. If they're going to trap Hess, I think Hunters realize, hey, somebody's got to be open. If I take one dribble backwards, I'm the biggest kid on the floor. I can pass over top and get somebody open. He did a good job of it there. Oh, they're going to say that Ahart was in the act of shooting. All right, I think he may have been kicking it out, but I'm not going to tell the officials that. Which I love the entire Eldon coaching staff has on the maroon blazers tonight. So we're going to get a substitution here. Hess has to check out. I don't know if he's bleeding or dislocated something or what has happened. His tape came loose on his wrist. I see that. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but he is having some problems over there. First free throw for Ahart, up and good. So Eldon takes their first lead of the game, 27-26, here in the polylift, boatlift third quarter. Once again, this game streaming at MoSportsZone.com if you would like to watch. Second free throw for Ahart is long. So California finds themselves trailing for the first time. How do they respond? And Rhett Bayshore, who had just checked in for Hess, a little overzealous on the pressure. He'll get called for the foul against Volkert. Hess got taped up. He's good to return. So Callie with the ball. Volkert on point. 3-2 zone from Eldon. Hess in the middle. Reynolds to the right. Hardy to the left. On the baseline, Tam and Ahart. Volkert over to Bryant. Back to Volkert. Back to Bryant. Kilmer in the corner. Skips it to Volkert. Volkert has to step back out with it. They're trying to post Dunham low, but he's being denied by Tam. Back to Kilmer in the corner. His pass tipped and stolen by Reynolds. Eldon has found a little groove recently. Starting to play with a little more confidence. The student section, it looks like they pave highways during the day, or they've got all the road gear on to make high visibility. Hess working against Bryant. Good defense. Aiden Bryant, what an athlete. He was great on the football field as well. The kid pretty good on the basketball court, too. Hardy, head of steam, rises up, and his shot blocked by Porter. I mean, it was a good take by Devin, but Porter, sound defense. He held his ground and just went straight up. Tip pass again by Reynolds, winds up in the hands of Tam. Nate with active hands, back-to-back possessions. Hess out to Hardy, lines up a three off the iron, won't go. Ahart fights to keep it alive, but tips it out of bounds. Ball back to the Pintos. This has low-scoring affair written all over it. Hayden Kilmer, the junior, on the point. Gives it up to Porter. In the corner, three lined up and splashed home by Kilmer. 2-point lead back to the Pintos, 29-27. Reynolds inside, needs help, finds Hess. Hess, mid-range jumper, halfway down, came out. Porter had the board. Hess knocked it away out of bounds, but the ball will stay with the Pintos. That was a good look by Hunter, just wouldn't fall. So we're closing out on halfway through the poly lift boat lift third quarter. 29-27 is the California lead. Volkert attacks right, trying to move this zone around. Hess steps out to apply a little more pressure. Ball inside to Porter, out to Kilmer, same spot, same three. This one won't go. Rebound tipped by Dunham. He keeps it alive, finds Volkert. Volkert inside, mid-range jumper up halfway down, and another offensive board for Dunham. His putback won't go, and finally Ahart cleans it up. And he is fouled by Bryant. So Eldon has done a relatively good job on the defensive glass. That was a big concern for Coach Caudell coming into this game, as he said that California is one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the state. I mean, I believe he said they get roughly half of their misses in offensive boards, which is insane for any high school team. Hess uses the Ahart screen, fires to Hardy, lines up a three, who rattles it down. Eldon regains the lead, 30-29. This is a fun back and forth between two squads that know each other well. Volkert being challenged by Hardy. Over to Bryant. The Porter in the corner. Reynolds closes out on him. Bryant back to Volkert. Tries to step inside. Nothing there. Goes to Kilmer in the corner. Skip past Bryant. Good closeout Reynolds. Eldon is being sound defensively, and a foul going to be called. Dunham got inside. Did Tam get him with the body maybe? And that will be the call. That's a good angle from the official. He was right on the baseline, had the view. Cody just a step too far, bumped him on the way up. So Dunham will go to the line. 2 free throws, chance to tie and potentially regain the lead. First free throw is long. Free throw line has not been kind to the Pintos tonight. Oh, geez. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Weird. Second free throw up and good. What the heck happened to it? Huh. I'll have to work on that during the break. I'm not sure what I did. You probably stepped on the cords and stuff, Brett. Oh, well. We're tied at 30 apiece. Turnover, though. Back to the Pintos. So we're tied, California, with the ball. 3:30 to go in this polylift boat lift third quarter of play. Bryant on top of the key, still staying with the 3-2 zone are the Mustangs. Corner three lined up off the front iron, won't go. Bryant keeps it alive. Mid-range jumper up and short. Hess, another strong rebound. Eldon back on offense. Reynolds over to Hull. Hull going to step back out with it. Goes over to Hardy. Hardy creates a little space. He's working against Volkert. Oh, you're kidding. The jumper is short. I'll fix the camera in just a moment. I apologize, folks. Volkert. Mid-range jumper for the lead off the iron. Won't go. Pushing the back. No call. Putback won't go from Dunham. And it's saved to the Mustangs. 2:40 to play. This is a low-scoring game for sure. See which team can get their offense going. Eldon back on offense. Reynolds to Hess. He's going to step out with it. He backs his man down, creates some space, ball stripped. Hess gets it back, steps through the defense. And a blocking foul going to be called. I don't know. And anytime you get a big gym like this, you know somebody in the crowd's not going to like it. Once again, most thankless job here definitely being an official. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that if you were watching the stream, but we're back up and good. I love technology. Inbounds to Reynolds. 2:19 to go, tied at 30 apiece in the corner. Ahart. He drives baseline all the way to the iron. It's blocked at the rim. Oh, and a good call by the baseline official. Aiden Bryant came over to make the block. When he landed, He was out of bounds. He stepped in, immediately grabbed the ball, and you can't do that. You can't immediately come into the game and grab the ball. So it's going to be a turnover back to Eldon. 2:12 to play, 30-30. Low-scoring affair. This is all defense here in this third quarter. Inside, Hess, strong take, rattles it home. Eldon regains the lead, 32-30. 2 minutes to play. I don't believe the Eldon or California student section has sat down this entire quarter. I love that. Trimble. They work it over to Bryant. Back to Volkert at the top of the key. He steps into that mid-range. Gives it to Porter. Porter thought about the three. Steps into a shot. It's contested. Bryant, corner. Three up and good. Cali regains the lead by 1. 33-32 with 1:30 to play. Hess calling out an offensive set. Uses the screen. Crossover. Waits for the double team. Goes to Ahart in the short corner. Out to Hardy, top of the key. Thought about the three. Drives. Porter there. It's stolen by Trimble. Trimble wants to run. Hardy recovers. Pokes it loose, and it's picked up by Hess. Hess on the right side of the floor. Shifts gears. Skips corner. Reynolds, three. And it's short. Rebound hauled in by Porter. Just a smidge over a minute to play. California with the ball in a 1-point lead. Volkert gets inside, lane to the basket. His scoop shot won't go. Offensive board kept alive by Dunham. Out to Bryant. Thought about the three. It's contested inside to Porter. Extra pass. Trimble lines up a three. Back iron won't go. Rebound. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Talon Hole. Every possession is at a premium right now. These two teams are flat out getting after it. Aiden Bryant going to get a well-deserved rest for California as well as Porter. And into the game for the Pintos will be Will Edwards. And did Cushion check back in? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Lane Cushion. California lost to the top of the key, back to the corner. Mid-range going to the post. Cushion makes some space. Turnaround shot up and good. Strong post move. Pintos extend their lead to 3. 30 seconds to play. Rhett Bayshore checked in for Eldon. He has the ball, finds Talon Hole. Eldon maybe thinking one shot. Yes, Hess going to step out, put it on his hip, slow it down. Head of steam to the basket. Dishes to Hardy. Quickly back to Hole. Hole will step out with it. 15 on the clock. This is the Polylift Boatlift third quarter. 35-32 is the California lead. Hardy to Hess. We're down to 5 seconds. He used the Ahart screen. Hess inside, steps back, forces the three and hits it. Another one just before the buzzer. We've played 3 and haven't decided a thing. 35-35. We're all tied up. Como Connect fourth quarter coming up. Look at that student section having a ball. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
PenMac Staffing has immediate job openings with long-term potential. They have excellent opportunities in Versailles, Eldon, California, and the entire Lake area. Apply online at penmac.com or call 573-392-8383 to set up an appointment for an interview. That's PENMAC.com or 573-392-8383 to apply. PenMac provides free help finding a job. Apply today and go to work right away. Your one application will find you multiple possibilities.
If you're watching the live stream right now, this is great. We're focusing on the student section for a reason. They are flat getting it right now. The Royal Court's on their feet. There is a cheer-off going on between the California student section in front of us and the Eldon student section. I love this. I love that the whole Royal Court in their dresses and heels and everything, they didn't care. Queen Sydney Halderman was up there leading the way. This is fantastic. This is a great basketball environment here tonight, and we have had the game to match as we enter the Como Connect fourth quarter of play. It's anybody's ball game. 35-35 after Hunter Hesse told me before the game when I saw him, he said, man, I shot the three a lot better last year. I'd like to get that going. Well, he just buried one right before the buzzer to tie this thing up. So let's see who's going to walk away with this hard-fought victory tonight. California, the first possession of this Como Connect fourth quarter. Volkert, top of the key. Eldon staying in this 3-2 zone on the floor for the Mustangs. Tam, Hull, Hess, Hardy, and Nate Reynolds. Trimble, shot fake, goes back to Volkert. They're looking to skip. They do so to the corner, thinking about the three. Didn't want it. Back up to Volkert. He's right on that three-point line. He'll back it out. 30 seconds have gone by. No shot yet. Kilmer in the corner. Back to Volkert. Drives into the mid-range. Steps back out. Needs help. Goes back to Kilmer. He gets it on his hip. Maybe a travel. Play on. Trimble works it around on the outside. For California in the corner, that was Edwards. Inside, Trimble. Up, under, move. Shot forced up. Rattles around. Hess, a strong board between two Pintos. That possession was 50 seconds long. California is the definition of patience. Hess to Hull. This is now a 2-3 from California as well. Eldon is stretching it out because the top two guards will come out and play all the way to the volleyball line. Hull has it over to Reynolds. Up to Hess. Hunter a jab step, uses the whole screen. Gets it knocked loose. Volkert all the way to the rim, and Hull gets in his way. They'll call him for the foul. Volkert's going to shoot two. I believe that's also going to be Hull's fourth foul. And that is. So Talon going to have to be careful for these next 6:34. We'll see what Coach Caudell decides to do in this kind of game. It's tough to pull him in this situation. Volkert's first free throw off the front iron, off the back iron, and good. California regains the lead, 36-35. Hull will come out of the game. Britton Hart back in for him. Britton has played very, very well tonight. Second free throw for Volkert up and good also. And a substitution. Volkert going to get a breather as Aiden Bryant comes back into the game for him. .6:34 to play. 2-point California lead. Cali pressing for the first time tonight. Hardy trying to break it down. Throws it ahead. It's tipped around. Hess comes up with it. Inside to Tam. Strong to the basket, up and in. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. We're tied at 37. I don't know what admission was to get into this, but it should have been more. Porter, deep three off the front iron. Wouldn't go. Another offensive board by California. This one was hauled in by Dunham. Porter at the top of the key. Steps back with it. To Kilmer. Back to Porter. Bryant steps into a deep mid-range jumper and good. That was about as deep a two as you can take. But 39-37, the California lead. Hardy gives it back to Hess. 5:45 to play in the Como Connect fourth quarter. This is a fun Tri-County battle. California and Eldon. Court warming night for the Mustangs. Nate Reynolds gives it to Hardy, skips it to Hess. They're moving Tam around on the baseline. Hess will attack, long strides, flips it up at the basket, it goes. Oh, they're going to call a charge. The defender was sliding over. Coach Caudell is livid. Hess got the shot to fall. It looked like the defender was moving. It was going to be a three-point opportunity instead. It's Pinto ball. That is as hot as you are going to see, Coach Caudell. Talk about a turn of events. So they're going to take a moment, get the sweat off the floor. Still just a 2-point game, 39-37. That's just the second foul on Hunter. Only the second team foul as well. Porter will bring it up for Cali. Over to Bryant, back to Porter. They're posting on the backside of Hess so that he can't drop down the middle of the zone. It's kind of clever, using that back post as essentially an extra screen. Porter steps into a deep mid-range shot off the back iron, won't go, but another offensive board pulled in by Will Edwards. Kilmer, corner three. That's a big one, knocked down by Kilmer, stretches the lead to 5, 42-37. Hess ahead to Reynolds, back to Hunter. A lot of time left still, 4:50 to play. Hess backs it out, gets the play call in from Coach Caudell. They're really spreading out this zone. Hardy steps into a three. It went halfway down, came back out. Porter has it and wants to run. Eldon's got numbers back. Porter hesitates, picks it up in the mid-range, dishes it out. It's back to Porter. It's tipped around, picked up by Bryant. Bryant gets it back at the top of the key, 420. I promise you California is going to be patient here. They've been patient when they didn't have the lead. Corner 3, Kilmer. You got to know where that kid's at. He's hit back-to-back threes. He's hit more as the nights went on. He's up to 18 points, and the lead is at 8. Eldon wants the timeout. It's a full. We'll take the break as well. 45-37, the California lead. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
If the exterior of your home needs repair or it's in need of a fresh new look, Elite Roofing and Siding is here to help. Be assured you'll receive excellent service as our customers have once again voted us best roofer at the lake. We appreciate your business and for trusting us with the exterior of your home. Call us today at 302-ROOF. That's 302-ROOF. For all your roofing and siding needs, Elite Roofing and Siding, serving the lake area for more than 20 years.
4:14 to play in the Como Connect fourth quarter. California has hit some big shots down the stretch and opened this lead up to 8. We'll see how Eldon responds. Coach Caudell talking to his boys. This has been so much fun tonight as both of these student sections have been loud and rowdy. It's been a full gym. Clearly a rivalry game. Both these coaching staffs have been working their tails off tonight, trading blows back and forth. Eldon found themselves down by as much as 10 in the second quarter and had it tied by the half. So really anything, or a 2-point game and a half, I should say. So anything is still possible. Eldon down by 8, 4:14 to go. Points have been at an absolute premium in this one. Eldon with the ball. Cole has checked back into the game. Talon, 4 fouls. He's going to have to be smart this next 4:10 of play. Hess gives it to Reynolds. It is man defense now from California. And Eldon was looking for the low post, but the pass thrown away. Pintos want to run. Hess knocks it loose. Volkert saves it back. Hardy the first one, too. And Hardy head of steam to the basket. Gets Porter in the air. Draws the foul. He finished the shot, but they're going to call it on the air. Or on the ground, excuse me. I think that's probably the right call. Just glad to see everybody's okay. Anytime, there's no maliciousness or anything. Porter went up to block a shot, and Hardy's like, no, I'm not getting blocked. I'm going to pump fake. Porter went over his back. Just happy to see that he didn't come down wrong. So Eldon with the ball. The inbounds, it's Hess. Gives it to Hull. Screens down, trying to post Bryant. Nothing there. They go to Hardy. They just can't get the look at Hess they want on the block. Hull head of steam inside. Kicks out to Reynolds. It's tipped, but he recovers. 3:30 to play in an 8-point game. Bryant to Hardy. Volkert out on him. Hess at the top of the key. Hunter going to back down Bryant to the mid-range. Makes some space. Gives it to Reynolds. He dials up a 3. It's short, but Hess there for the offensive board. Gives it to Ahart. Ahart takes the contact, puts the shot up, and it won't go. Strong rebound hauled in by Landon Dunham. California with the ball, 3:10 to go in an 8-point lead. Porter skips it to Kilmer. He has hit some big, big shots down the stretch. Inside out game, Porter to Kilmer. Back to Volkert at the top of the key. Eldon trying to trap Volkert, but he gives it up to Bryant. Skips it to Kilmer. He'll dial up another 3. It won't go. Hess, very strong board. Eldon gets the stop they need, but can they get the offense to go? Hess attacks, gives it to Hardy. He's got to look at a corner 3, but it won't go. Reynolds the offensive board, and he is fouled. That is just team foul 2 on California. And the second on Gavin Porter. For Eldon, it doesn't have to be a 3, but it's got to be points of some kind soon. They lob it into Hess, who is jumping against Bryant, and Bryant tips it out of bounds. That's a dangerous one there. Aiden Bryant is as good an athlete as you're going to find around here. I don't know that I'd be lobbing too many up near him. 2:41 to play, 45-37, the California lead over Eldon. Hess to inbound, and California forces the 5-second call. This Pinto defense is good, and a big part of their defense, as weird as that sounds, is their offense. They are so patient offensively that they make you work for 45 seconds of possession, and they will take a timeout to talk things over here. It's a full, so we'll take a break as well. 2:34 to go. 45-37, the California lead. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Take your softball and baseball skills to the next level. The Shed is Eldon's own indoor hitting facility that features 2 full cages with screens, tees, and pitching lanes. You'll love their top-of-the-line pitching machine that throws a variety of speeds with precise locations to perfect your swing. The Shed also has a workout facility. You can add it to your cage rental or just purchase as a regular membership. Open Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday from noon to 8. Look for the big white building across from Gerb's in Eldon. Book times now on Facebook at The Shed LLC. See you at The Shed.
2:34 to play. 45-37 is the California lead. Eldon, once again, Eldon, you're not mad at the defense. It's been great. It's just been struggling to convert defense into offense at times, and I'm not trying to take anything away from California. They are physical, they are disciplined, they play great defense, and they rebound like there is no tomorrow. Seriously, I think that's all these kids do in practice is defensive and rebounding drills, and coach just says, you know what, we'll figure offense out when we get there. This is... And the other side to it is, I don't have heights listed here. There's no one massive on this California team. They got some football players and some athletes, don't get me wrong, but I would say Gavin Porter is their tallest kid, and I was waiting to see as Porter walks out here. I don't believe... Well, he may be 6'2", maybe 6'3" on a good day, but I'm going to say 6'2" as he stands next to the 6'4" Ahart. That's your biggest kid. Everybody else looks about 6'1" or 6 foot or smaller. And they still rebound this well. California inbounds to Porter. 2:30 to play in an 8-point Pinto lead. Bryant has it. Gives it to Volkert, who gives it to Porter, and Porter is fouled. So the foul game going to have to take place here. Eldon's, I will say that has been California's Achilles heel in this game. Early on was the free throw line. And they may have to make some to close this game out. I'm sure in the last time out, Coach Caudell was telling his players who he wants to see at the line. California throws it into the backcourt. Volkert goes back to get it. Hardy on him. I love the acting job there as Hardy was reaching on Volkert. And Volkert trying to sell to the ref. Man, I know I was 70 foot from the basket, but it was a shot. I was like, man, that's my range. I shoot from there. And the ref, no, I don't believe you do, actually. I'll give him an A for effort, though. If it was Steph Curry, there'd be a chance. That'll be team foul number 3, 2:22 to go. Porter to inbound. Volkert gets it. Hardy will foul him immediately. Volkert shoots this one this time just to prove, hey, man, I will shoot from there. I'm telling you. Got to give the kid an A for effort. You really do. Brooks Volkert, a junior. Really, most of this team is juniors. Gavin Porter, a senior, and Aiden Bryant, a senior. So that will be foul number 5 for the Mustangs. Volkert will go to the line. It's an 8-point Pinto lead. Struggled from the line early. We'll see if they can convert late. Volkert's first free throw up and good. That extends the lead to 9, 46-37. Pinto bench getting in a defensive play call, maybe a certain press. Second free throw up and good as well. Lead at 10. They will pull the press. Volkert calling it out to his teammates. Hardy calling out a play to the offense. 47-37. Eldon has no choice. They have to go fast. Hull skips it to Hess. Hess steps in. Over to Tam in the corner. He had a look, didn't want it. Back up to Hull, the top of the key. Drives, gets inside, hangs in the air. Off the glass, up and good. Talon Hull with the take. Lead at 8. 2 minutes to play. It's inbounded to Volkert. He made his last 2 free throws. Eldon probably likes to see somebody else try it. They give it to Porter, and that's who they want to foul, and they do. They tried fouling him earlier. They couldn't get it done. Bryant gave it to Porter, and he got fouled, so we'll see if Porter can make free throws. He missed a couple early on in this game. But you get the feeling that California may be the team that might struggle a little early from the line, but hit them late. Porter's first free throw, off the back iron. Eldon knew they wanted to foul. It's an 8-point game, 47-39. Second free throw for Porter, up and good. So the lead at 9. Eldon, under 2 minutes to play with the ball. Once again, has to go fast. Coach Caudell calling that out to his team. Hull has it, trying to make some space. Skips it to Hardy. Tam in the corner. Dials up a 3, and it's up and good. Lead at 6. 48-42, 1:36 to play. Eldon going to keep playing this foul game. Porter has it. Coach saying foul him, and Tam does. this could get interesting. You hit a couple shots, and you're telling California, can you make free throws? Minute 30 to go. That could be a lot of free throws. The problem is you have to be careful who does the fouling. That is Cody Tam's 4th foul. Porter back to the line. He was 1 of 2 his last trip. 48-42 right now, the California lead. First free throw is up and good. Like I said, they couldn't hit in the first quarter. California is going to shoot like 90% now here in the 4th. Second free throw attempt for Porter, up and good. He makes both. So lead back at 8. Hess brings it up. Skips to Hardy, back to Hess. Steps inside, long stride, gets 3 people in the air, draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. That took all of 10 seconds off the clock. And this works out for Eldon a little bit as Coach Caudell, I see him going down the bench as he grabs Preston Sapp and says, get in there and foul somebody. Rhett Bayshore doing the same. I think Nate Reynolds going to check in for offense in a moment. Has his first free throw up and good. Lead back at 7. So Reynolds checks in along with Sapp and Bayshore. Like I said, you got Bayshore and Sapp there to foul somebody. No offense to the kids, but they have no fouls, and that's what you use them for. Hess's second free throw won't go. And Porter has the board, gives it to Bryant. He is immediately fouled by Sapp. Once again, there is no hiding what that kid's mission was on that trip. That will send Aiden Bryant to the line with 1:15 to go in a 7-point game. Three subs ready to check in for Eldon. Bryant's first free throw off the back iron and no good. Once again, this foul game gets real interesting if you make a couple shots. Back in the game, Tam, Hardy, and Hull. So it's Tam, Hardy, Hull, Ahart. His second free throw is good, and Hess. Lead at 8. 1:10 to play. Hess brings it up. Makes a little space, goes to Hull. The run in the baseline with Tam. Quickly to Hardy. Back to Hull. He's got a lane middle of the floor. Floater off the back iron. Won't go. Rebound tipped around. Hardy, the offensive board. Knocked off ball. We're under a minute to play. Dishes it out to Hess. He sets his feet. Fires a 3 off the back iron. Won't get the roll. Rebound to the Pintos. And a foul going to be called, as I believe that was pulled in by Landon Dunham. And he'll go to the line. So shots not falling when the Mustangs need them to. The free throw game only works if you can hit shots on the other end, and Eldon just can't seem to buy a 3 when they need it right now. But Landon Dunham to the line. See if he can extend the Pinto lead, or if foul will work in the Mustangs' favor. 51-43. First free throw for Dunham, up and good. Lead at 9. Reynolds checks back into the game. He comes in for Ahart. So it's Hess, Reynolds, Hull, Tam, and Hardy. Second free throw. Rolls off the iron, no good. Lead stays at 9. 47 seconds to play. Hess brings it up. Gives it to Tam. Tam back to Hess, to Hardy in the corners. Head and shoulder fake. Steps back, fires a 3, and it falls. 46-52. Lead back at 6. Oh, these games are fun. You never know what to expect in high school basketball, and that's what makes it so entertaining. It's a full timeout. We'll take the break as well. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Divine and the Land Pro team will provide you with excellent service and more than 25 years of combined knowledge of the local real estate market. Looking to buy or sell land or farms in Miller, Morgan, or Camden County? Call Chuck Yo, the Land Pro, at 573-280-4452. Victoria Divine makes finding your next home enjoyable, utilizing the latest technology to bring buyers and sellers together. Buying a home is a big decision. Trust Victoria Divine to handle all the details for you. Divine and Associates, powered by eXp Realty, located across from Wood Supermarket in Eldon.
We've got 37 seconds left, but Eldon not ready to go away just yet. 52-46, just a 6-point game. They've been playing the foul game. California has struggled from the free throw line this evening, and Eldon trying to take advantage of that, as a big 3 by Devin Hardy has drawn them back within 6. So now in the game for the Mustangs, back in is Sapp and Bayshore, likely in there to play the foul game. Joining them, Reynolds, Hess, and Hardy. We'll see who Coach Caudell has said he wants to see get fouled. You always have an idea. Coach Caudell sees Landon Dunham sneaking back and says, somebody go get him, please. And he's spreading his guys out. He's got 3 denying the ball in. He's got Hardy at half court, and then he's got Sapp all the way back. California to inbound. Eldon picks it up nicely. Bryant gets it in, gives it back to Porter. Ahead to Kilmer. Extra pass. Ball is on the floor, picked up by Bryant, and he is fouled by Hess. So looked a little bit risky there for a second as California lost the ball. They were able to regain it, and now Bryant will go to the line trying to stretch the 6-point lead out to 8. California putting nobody on the free throw line. Aiden Bryant's first free throw is long. So the free throw game doing what Eldon wants, but they have to hit buckets on the other side. Back into the game, Hull and Tam joining Reynolds, Hess, and Hardy. For Eldon, it's simple. Make or miss. You go quick and you get the first look you can and score. Bryant's second free throw is up and good. 53-46, 7-point game. Hess brings it up, 27 seconds to go. Crossover inside, out to Reynolds. Quick trigger, 3 off the front iron, soaring for it. Tam, but instead it's pulled in by California. Porter has it in the corner. He's trapped immediately and finally fouled by Hess, but with 16 seconds to go. Or no, was a timeout called first? A timeout was called by the California bench, excuse me. So California talk it over. I'm afraid, though, with 16 seconds, it might be a little too late as the deficit is at 7. And Eldon, if they can't force a steal, is going to have to foul. But, I mean, Eldon's foul game was working pretty well. It's living proof. I know a lot of people ask, why do you do it and extend the game? You give yourself a chance. You know, 1 or 2 more of those threes go, suddenly the game is very, very different. Eldon got some good looks that just didn't go. So this could be another tough one, slips away from the Mustangs. But a hard-fought battle with a good California team that's likely going to improve to 14 wins on the season. California to inbound. The opposite side from their basket. Volkert trying to get free to receive the pass. Couldn't, but Bryant does so. He gets it. Lobs it ahead to Kilmer. And they can't get their hands on him in timeout to Volkert. Bryant over to Porter. Skips it to Volkert. And I don't know if Eldon's even going to foul as the clock's down to 4, and they won't. That's going to be all she wrote. Eldon comes up just a little short, but what a game. It was a battle by both sides. It's almost a shame someone has to lose this one. But California picks up the victory over Eldon, 53-46. Our post-game show coming up in just a moment. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Kids ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Contact one of Miller County Health Center's certified car seat techs for assistance at 573-369-2400.
H&R Block of Versailles is a family-owned and operated block advisor's office celebrating 10 years of business serving Versailles and the surrounding areas. Pamela Johnson, an enrolled agent, and her certified team are here to prepare your taxes, handle your bookkeeping and payroll, plus audits, tax notices with the IRS and the state, and problem solving and issue resolution. For more information, call the H&R Block office on Monroe Street in Versailles at 573-378-5843. 573-378-5843.
At Lake Regional, we're proud to offer a nationally accredited cancer center with deep expertise, state-of-the-art technology, and personalized treatment plans. Our team is here for one reason: you. We promise to be at your side from diagnosis to treatment and beyond, leaving no stone unturned. Lake Regional Cancer Center. Our commitment runs deep.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading AirEase products. Every AirEase product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people called DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
We're back with the Shed post-game show. Eldon comes up just short in this one, falling to California. It was a great game, though. I mean, these two teams, you're talking California had a 10-point lead in the second quarter. Eldon was able to close the gap to 2. And by the end of the third quarter, we were tied. We saw buzzer beaters. We saw rebounding, and more rebounding. We saw great defense, struggles from the free throw line, saw a foul game. You name it, we saw it. And what a court-warming atmosphere we had here. Both student sections well represented, both crowds well represented, and these teams really lived up to the hype. California, once again, picking up the win and moving to 14 wins on the season. Eldon still looking for win number 10 to get into the double digits, but I have pretty good faith that they're going to get there and get there very soon. I apologize. Normally I keep individual stats. Did not do that tonight simply because I was doing a lot. Doing play-by-play and keeping stats and running the computers a little more than I think I'm capable of, so I just had to pass on that one. And I was waiting to see if Coach Caudell was going to come up. I know he probably wants to talk to his boys about some things. I totally understand that. So in the meantime, do have to name a Divine and Associates MVP for tonight's game, and that's tough, because a lot of different players had a big impact on this one. I mean, Britton Ahart was huge down low. Even though he may not have lit up the scoreboard, his rebounding was key. Hunter Hess offensively was the leader for this team, but also Talon Hole, even though he was in foul trouble, made some huge plays. I'm actually going to go a different route, and I'm going to say Devin Hardy is going to get the MVP in this one tonight, simply because Devin, I felt like, made some big plays down the stretch. He hit a couple really clutch shots when they needed it to keep them in this game. And defensively, he was tipping a lot of passes and all over the place. I really like the energy Devin Hardy was playing with tonight, and that he plays with every night. So I really think he is the Dunn and Associates MVP in this game this evening. So, like I said, always great to watch these kids play, and always a lot of fun watching Devin Hardy get after it. But Eldon as a whole played very, very well tonight. It's just this California team is as disciplined as it gets. It's not very often that you see high school basketball teams that will spend 25, 35, 45 seconds on offense, not because they can't get looks, but because they can't get exactly the look they want. Rather than, take the first open three, they work it around, go high post back outside, trying to get the best set shot they can get. And they're very patient about it and do a great job with us. I was very impressed with the patience of the Pinto offense. And, of course, the way they crash the boards. There are no 50-50 balls for them. It seems like every ball they believe should be their rebound, and they do a great job getting after that. So hats off to the Pintos. It was a hard-fought battle and a well-earned win in their department. And once again, Mustangs, they're going to battle back from this one as well. They've had a couple tough Tri-County games in a row, of course, having to deal with Blair Oaks on Tuesday and now California here in this one this evening. So they look to rebound into next week. I'd love to tell you when I have the Pintos again, or not the Pintos, excuse me, the Mustangs again. I'm not really sure what next week even looks like. I have not looked that far ahead, but we'll let you know as the week goes along. It's been a busy week. We had JT's pulled pork dinner today. We've had sports left and right, all sorts of things going on, getting ready for the Chiefs Super Bowl and whatnot. So it's been a fun week. I've been holding it here, seeing if I could find Coach Caudell if he was going to come out. But like I said, I think Coach probably just wanted to take some time with his players after a tough battle like that. And I 100% understand that. So we'll go ahead and put a wrap on things for this broadcast tonight. A special thanks to Justin back at the studio. Appreciate Richard Gray for stopping by earlier and chatting with us for a good little while. Britt on the camera. Spencer for putting up with Britt. That deserves recognition in its own right. And for myself, I'm Colton, and this has been another presentation of KS95 Sports.